Hello students, I am Suman V. Muni, Department of English, Degree College, Jagannathpur, Kolhan University, Chaivasa. Today I am going to discuss about communication. So what is communication? It is the imparting or exchanging of information by speaking, writing, using some other medium, or we can also say it is the exchange of information between human beings or living beings. So how communication has been derived? Communication has been derived from the Latin word communicare or communico, which means to share. So communication has been derived from the Latin word communicare or communico, which means to share. There are 4 skills of language learning. These 4 skills are listening, speaking, reading and writing. So the communication skills categorized into 3. What are these 3? Mainly there are 3. These are verbal, non-verbal and written. In verbal language, in verbal communication, there is use of speaking or any other sign language. Verbal communication also called oral communication, that means word of mouth. In non-verbal communication, there is body languages, there is facial appearances, then gestures. These things are coming under non-verbal. In written communications, there is print materials, there is letters, memos. Memos is the short form of memorandum, and circulars. All the written document or printed material are coming under written communication. Okay, so there is also father of communication. Then who is the father of communication? William Schramm is called the father of communication. There are also various barriers of communication, like use of jargon. What is use of jargon? Suppose during the communication process a difficult word is used, then it is too difficult for the listener to understand the meaning, so there is use of jargon, which becomes barrier of communication. There are also some other barriers of communication, like emotional barriers and taboos, then lack of distraction, interest attention, then differences between perception and viewpoint. So these are the barriers of communication. There is also another barrier of communication, like physical disabilities and hearing or speech difficulty. Suppose in communication process someone is unable to speak or hear, then there is failure of communication. So it is said that physical disabilities like hearing and speech difficulty are also barriers of communication. Then there is 7 C's of communication. What are these 7 C's of communication? The 7 C's of communications are completeness. The communication process must be complete, so completeness. Then conciseness. Conciseness means the communication process must be time and cost saving. Then consideration is one of the 7 C's of communication, means during the communication process emphasis should be there. Then 4 clarity. In 7 C's of communication process, if there is clarity, then it is easier to understand. Then correctness. If there is correctness in communication, then there is specific facts and figures. The number 6 of 7 C's of communication is courtesy. Okay. During the communication process, the speaker should always concentrate at the focused audience, and the listener should focus at the speaker. Then correctness, it is the last one. Correctness is one of the 7 C's of communication. So communication is a two-way process. It is a two-way process between the sender and the receiver. Sender is called the initiators. Sender is called the initiator. Sender initiates the message towards the receiver. In first step, in step 1, message is initiated by the sender. In second step, message is encoded by the sender. In third step, message is transmitted through medium or channel. In fourth step, message is decoded by the receiver, and in step 5, the decoded message used or acted upon, and in step 6 there is the feedback. The feedback should be from the receiver towards the sender side. So these are the relationship between the sender and the receiver. So for today, I have mentioned about the first class of my communicative English. Okay, thank you all.